In this week's Retro News, we talk about a G.I. Joe spinoff movie that's called Snake Eyes. Also, there's an auction that's happening with a bunch of Marilyn Monroe dresses that are being sold. And there's a new Dark Crystal Age of Resistance trailer that looks awesome. So stay tuned for all these stories and more coming up. What up to my peoples and welcome to Retro Crunch. Alright, to start off the Retro News with my favorite story of the week. There's a G.I. Joe spinoff movie that's being made that is going to showcase one of the most popular G.I. Joe members ever. It is not Cobra Commander, it is not Baroness, it is actually Snake Eyes. The most popular G.I. Joe character ever. Y'all might also remember that in the first two G.I. Joe movies, Snake Eyes was played by none other than martial artist and famous stunt actor Ray Park. He also played Darth Maul in Star Wars Episode 1 and Toad in X-Men. And he ain't going to be in this movie. What they did decide to do was to opt to go with Crazy Rich Asians star Henry Golding, because Hasbro is looking for a younger actor that can tell the story of the formation of G.I. Joe hero Snake Eyes. And this is fine by me, and I am really excited that they're starting to work on this solo movie. But if it was me, next I'd want to see Sergeant Slaughter and Zartan, or maybe even Roadblock. But I'm not complaining. This is some really cool news for sure. And then moving on in some more retro news. It's been almost 60 years since Marilyn Monroe died, but she is still a style icon and many people love her to this day.
Mr. Esmond and I are going to be married.
To each other?
Of course to each other. Who else to?
Well, I don't know about you, Gus. I always sort of figured Lorelei would end up with the Secretary of the Treasury.
And coming in November, Julian's Auctions, they're going to be offering a collection of costumes that were worn by her in some of her films. In the past, I have actually seen some pretty popular auction items go for just a few $100s. So this might be something that some of you might really be interested to know. I'll link to the auction down below in case you like old movie memorabilia. Then next, we have to mention the Beverly Hills 90210 reboot that just started. Right at the beginning of episode 1, it started out like it was a real revival of the original 90210. Then you kind of realize that they're in this dream sequence, and from there, I'm not really sure what I was watching. I was so confused. The show had some pretty good moments, but there were way too many confusing cut sequences, and the storyline, a lot of it just didn't make any sense. I'm 2 episodes in right now, and I'm going to really try to stick it out. But what I really need to see happen about halfway through is another dream sequence where they all wake up and 90210 gets to be more like it was with a real revival. So I am really curious if you guys are watching this show too. If so, let me know what your thoughts are on it in the comments down below. Also, we have the first pics that were tweeted by Disney for the new live-action Lady and the Tramp movie. And I really love these dogs that they selected for the movie. I think that's really cool. And from what I read, these are 2 rescue dogs that are being used in the picture. There is this one scene from the original cartoon movie that had a little bit racial connotation that I'm not sure would be really good nowadays. Other than that, Disney, I hope you guys do a really great retelling of this awesome Disney classic. Then next up, there's a Dark Crystal Age of Resistance trailer, and I wanted to remind y'all that on August 30th, it's going to be coming out. And if you have not seen the original Dark Crystal movie, you need to go watch that before you watch this series. Then this next news actually dropped over a week ago, and I forgot to let you guys know last week because I was on vacation. But Pottery Barn is now selling furniture and gifts for the TV show Friends 25th anniversary. They even have an apothecary from one of the episodes that's for sale. And then if you're into retro news and nostalgia stuff from back in the day, I'll see you in the next video right over there. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.